Hey. I thought maybe you changed your mind.
I almost did. But we needed to talk. We've needed to for a while.
I know things have been weird. But we can fix it, Derek. We always do.
That's just it, Naomi. We've been fixing for a long time. Maybe we're holding on to a version of us that doesn't exist anymore.
I don't understand. Are you ending things?
I'm saying we don't work, Naomi. Not anymore. You're planning your life around church, missions, and journaling your prayers. I'm not in that world.
So you want out because I take my faith seriously?
No. I want out because I don't want to pretend I belong in your world. You want someone who leads, who prays, who shows up. That's not me. Not anymore.
Then what was all this? The late night calls? The dreams we shared? The boundaries we protected?
I think I loved the idea of us more than the reality. And now, I don't even know who I am when I'm with you. Just someone trying to measure up.
You never had to measure up. You just had to be honest.
I was afraid honesty would hurt you. But dragging this is worse. There's someone else, Naomi. Not like that, not cheating. But I've been talking to Cassie again.
Cassie?
It started with catching up. She listens. Doesn't expect me to be perfect. We connect in a way that feels easy.
Easy isn't always right, Derek.
Maybe not. But it's real. And it made me realize I've been forcing a version of love with you that I can't sustain.
So you've made your choice.
I have. And Naomi, don't fight to keep me. I'm not the one meant to stay.
Maybe you were just meant to teach me what to let go of. I brought chamomile. Not because it fixes heartbreak, but it gives me something to do with my hands. Thanks. I feel like I'm floating outside my body. Like, this isn't real. He really ended it? Yeah. He said we don't work anymore. That he felt pressured to be someone he's not. Wow. So because you were intentional and consistent, it suddenly makes you a burden? I don't know. Maybe I am intense. I talk about vision, purpose, boundaries. I bring everything to prayer. Maybe I overdid it. Naomi, no. Don't shrink just because he chose comfort over growth. He's talking to Cassie again. Excuse me? He says she makes him feel at ease. Like he can be himself. You mean lazy and unwithered? Sorry. I just hate that this hurts you. You've poured so much into him. That's what makes it sting. I didn't see it coming. We prayed together. We made plans. We waited. For everything. And now he walks away because it's not easy. Sometimes people love the idea of you, Naomi, until that idea requires commitment, maturity, or sacrifice. Then they ghost themselves out of the story. I keep asking myself, was I not enough? Look at me. You were more than enough. You were honest. Loyal. Rooted. What you gave scared him, not because it was too much, but because it showed him his own emptiness. I still prayed he'd change his mind. Even after he said Cassie's name. You're human. You loved him with your heart, your standards, and your prayers. That's deep. But let me tell you what I know, God will never let what's meant for you leave your life with that kind of ease. I'm tired, Laura. Not just from heartbreak. From always trying to hold everything together. Then stop holding what was never yours to keep. Let him go. Let the weight drop. You don't need to carry what's walking away from you. Do you think I'll ever feel whole again? Wholeness isn't something he took from you. It's what God's about to remind you you never lost. Look at this one. When you pray for peace and God sends you unemployment.
That's dark, but accurate.
Tell me about it. Sometimes I feel like prayer is a cosmic suggestion box no one checks.
I don't know. Oh. But you used to be super churchy in school, though. What changed?
Life. Experience. Disappointment. I mean, I still believe in God, just not in stressing myself out trying to be perfect for Him.
Yeah. Same. Too much pressure. That was kind of the issue with Naomi. She made everything so spiritual. Even how we watched movies had to be intentional.
Oof. Sounds exhausting. You ever feel like you were living in a devotion book?
Exactly. I just wanted to breathe, you know? Be human without feeling guilty all the time.
Well, for what it's worth, I think you're doing just fine now. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. Least of all a girl who thinks conviction is flirting.
You're easy to talk to.
I know. It's my spiritual gift. But seriously, whatever you went through with Naomi, maybe it just wasn't the right vibe. You're young. You don't need a sermon every time you open your heart.
Still. Sometimes I wonder if I left something sacred, just because I couldn't handle the weight of it.
Sacred doesn't mean sustainable, Derek. Sometimes peace comes in lighter packaging.
Maybe. Or maybe I just chose charm over character. And I'm only now realizing the trade.
Hey. Are you calling me charm? Smooth deflection. I'll allow it to slide. Naughty boy.
Can I join you, my dear?
Yes, Mama Grace. Of course.
I've seen that look before. That kind of silence is heavy. Heavy with questions. And aching.
It's like something cracked on the inside, but I have to smile so nobody sees it.
Ah. The silent grieving. We women know it well. Was it love?
I thought it was. But he left. For someone. Louder. Prettier. I wasn't dramatic. I didn't post much. I just loved quietly.
And you thought quiet love would be enough to anchor him?
I thought being steady would count for something. But charm won.
Charm may dazzle the eye, Naomi, but only character anchors the heart. And not everyone is deep enough to value an anchor.
Then what do I do with this pain? I pray, I try to forgive, but it still lingers.
Forgiveness isn't forgetting. It's choosing freedom. Pain is like a guest. You don't chase it out, you walk through it. Sit with it. But don't let it unpack its bags. And don't ever think rejection defines your value. God doesn't write people off because someone else couldn't see their worth.
It just feels like I wasn't chosen.
Sometimes, being not chosen by man is God's way of making room for His choice. He doesn't just want you to be loved, He wants you to be safe, seen, and honored. You weren't rejected. You were redirected. Let it out, child. There is healing in honesty. You are not too quiet. Not too plain. Not too soft. You're just enough for the right heart. And until He comes, let God keep showing you what love really looks like, through Him.
Thank you, Mama Grace. I didn't even know how much I needed this.
Come sit with me anytime, dear. There is no shame in heartbreak. Only beauty in healing.
Okay, you need to tell me what serum you're using, because this glow? It's suspicious. It's called, I Finally Mind My Peace. That's premium. Seriously though, Naomi, you look light. Like someone just deleted 5 GB of emotional baggage. That's not far from the truth. Thank you. Was it therapy? Or prayer? Or did you finally burn his hoodie? Not the hoodie. I gave it away to a homeless shelter. Thought it might finally be useful. Wow. You're different. So, be honest. Was there a moment it all flipped? Like, how did you go from curled up on your bedroom floor to the sage energy? It was slow. No magic fix. I had to sit with the pain. I stopped pretending I was okay, and let it all come out. Tears, anger, confusion. I kept praying, even when I felt nothing. I started journaling, not to post, just to process. And one day, I woke up and didn't feel the need to check his page or reread old messages. It was like I didn't need the weight anymore. That's healing. Quiet, steady, real. I also realized that just because someone walks away doesn't mean I'm not worthy of love. I stopped asking, why wasn't I enough for him? And started asking, why did I think he was enough for me? That's a word. You've got to say that in church or something. I might just write about it one day. You know, if he saw you now, he'd regret it. Maybe. But I'm not living for regret. I'm living for freedom. That's deep, girl. Well done.
Hey, Cassie.
Hey. Didn't know you'd be here.
Yo. You're Derek, right? Yeah. Can we talk?
Can't it wait? We're just chilling.
Chilling. Right. That what we're calling it now? I'll give you a moment. I really need to understand what this is.
What is?
Us. Or were we never in us? Because I left something real. For what I thought was better.
Derek, I didn't ask you to leave Naomi. You made that choice.
I did, because I saw something in you. Thought you were different. But now, you're all over the place. With Leo publicly.
I'm not tied to anyone, Derek. You don't own me.
It's not about ownership. It's about respect, Cassie. Honesty. At least tell me if you're not in this.
I don't know what I want. Okay.
That's all I needed to hear.
I'm out of this place, Derek. I can't keep Leo waiting.
Really? Sometimes, chasing charm will leave you empty. Because character doesn't compete. It just stays consistent. How did I get here? How did I trade peace for confusion? I thought I wanted excitement. Someone bold, confident, loud in the room. Naomi was the opposite. Soft, subtle, steady. But she listened. She prayed for me. She waited. Cassie lit a fire in me. But Naomi built her home. God. Did I walk away from gold? Because I got distracted by glitter? I blamed Naomi for being too gentle. But maybe I wasn't man enough to appreciate quiet strength. Lord, help me see clearly now. Help me grow into someone worth being trusted again. You've got this beach goddess thing going on. People are probably jealous of me right now.
Let them be. I don't do ordinary dates.
Noted. So you're the spontaneous, mysterious type.
I'm the free type. There is a difference.
So tell me, what was that thing Derek was talking about at the restaurant the other day?
What thing?
When he came up to you all serious, asking to talk? He looked like a wounded puppy.
That's just Derek being dramatic.
He looked more than dramatic. Looked like someone who thought he had something real with you.
He had eyes on me. He even broke up with his girlfriend for me, but I wasn't into him. I saw him as a friend, but he was serious. I was only enjoying his attention.
And now?
Now? I'm just enjoying my life. No labels. No strings. No emotional speeches over dinner.
So I'm just part of the fun?
Exactly. Unless you're trying to fall in love or something.
Nah, I left my heart in the friend zone a long time ago. You like being seen, don't you?
Who doesn't? We live in a world that scrolls past what it doesn't notice.
But being seen and being known, those are two different things.
You sound like Derek now.
Just saying. Maybe he wasn't entirely wrong.
He wanted to change me. Wanted depth before discovery. I'm not trying to drown in anyone's expectations.
And that's fair. But sometimes, running from the deep only keeps us shallow.
Don't go philosopher on me, Leo. I came to unwind, not unpack childhood trauma.
Fair. Let me switch back to beach mode. I'm glad we did this. You're not like the other girls I hang out with.
I'm not like most girls. I know what I want, and what I don't.
And Derek?
He wanted love. I wanted freedom. We both misread the script.
That's a solid book you are reading. I read it last year, made me rethink a lot about what I thought I knew.
Yeah. I've been hearing about it for years. Thought it was time to actually give it a chance.
You won't regret it. Eric and Leslie Ludy, those two don't play.
I need that kind of sincerity in this season. It's been eye-opening.
We all need a heart recalibration sometimes.
Exactly. God had to break some patterns in me. I used to mistake attention for affection. Now, I'm learning to see value through his eyes first.
That's powerful. You know, it's refreshing to meet someone who's not just saying the right words but living them.
Honestly, I'm just taking it one day at a time. Healing. Growing. Praying. And surrounding myself with truth.
By the way, my name is Alex.
I'm Naomi.
Well, if you ever want to talk books, scripture, or just process life, I'm around. No pressure. Just a brother in Christ offering good conversation and shared growth.
That would actually be nice. It's rare to find people these days who want to build something godly, without an agenda.
That's the goal. Let Christ define our paths, not culture, or our pasts. I love to invite you to our fellowship.
Oh. That would be nice. I'll like to attend.
Alright, see you on Friday. Sister Naomi, you are welcome to the lampstand. It's not perfect, but it's a place where we're learning to walk in God's light together.
Thanks, Alex. It already feels like a refuge. Like a place I can breathe without pretending.
Hey, Alex. And you must be Naomi. We're really glad you're here. No pressure, no judgment, just honest hearts.
Thank you, Ma. Honestly, I'm just here to listen. I don't have much to say yet.
That's exactly where everyone starts. Sometimes the greatest step is simply showing up. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, I want us to meditate on a verse that's been speaking to me lately. Psalm 139 verse 14, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that fully well. How many of us truly believe that? I mean, really believe it, beyond the surface?
It's hard, sometimes, especially when you see the perfect lives on social media, you start to feel like you don't measure up.
I hear you. It's a battle, the comparison trap is real and relentless. But here's the thing, God's love doesn't work like Instagram likes or followers. It's not about popularity or perfection.
So, it's not about having a flawless story or flawless faith.
Exactly. God created you with intention, even the parts you might call flaws. Your uniqueness, your quirks, your scars, they're part of His masterpiece.
But what about when those flaws make you feel unworthy? Like you're broken beyond repair?
That's where grace comes in. God's grace doesn't just cover our flaws, it transforms them. It's like He takes the broken pieces and turns them into a mosaic, more beautiful than before.
Yes, and the more we accept that truth, the less we need validation from anywhere else. Not from likes, not from people's opinions, only from Him.
And remember what 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9 says, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." It's in our weakest moments that God's strength shines brightest. So, tonight, I encourage you, turn off the noise of comparison. Turn on the voice of your Maker. He knows you better than anyone, and loves you more than you can imagine.
This feels different. Like I'm not alone in the messiness.
Because you're not. None of us are. And the fellowship isn't just a meeting, it's a family.
I'm grateful I came. I'm ready to keep learning, to really lean into God's truth, not the world's lies.
One step at a time, Naomi. You're already shining brighter than you realize.
God's light isn't found in perfection or popularity. It's found in being known, loved, and accepted, just as I am. And that changes everything. Thank you so much, Alex, for inviting me.
You are welcome, Naomi. Can we talk? I've made a lot of mistakes. Leaving you was one of the worst. I see now how much I lost. Please. Can we try again?
Derek, I won't lie, it was hard. What happened between us hurt me deeply. But I've done a lot of healing since then.
I know, and I'm sorry. I've changed. I want to make things right.
I appreciate that you were trying to make amends. But I've grown beyond needing what we had. I'm no longer the same person who waited around hoping you'd come back.
So, there's no chance? Not even a little?
No. Not because I don't care. But because I care about myself now. I'm learning to value my peace, my joy, my worth, not just through someone else's eyes but through God's.
I understand. I really do. I hope you find all the happiness you deserve.
Thank you, Derek. And I hope you find the same, for yourself.